All right. Hey, welcome back to the Go for CEO channel. I am here with a phenomenal serial entrepreneur because he is serious about the businesses that he has. And look, with the Go for CEO channel, we're talking to CEOs, founders, entrepreneurs, and entrepreneurs that really do big things in life and all around the world now. The last few interviews I've had were from Northern Ireland. This gentleman here with me tonight is from Canada, and the guy is a beast. I actually, again, have another person that I plucked out of Clubhouse, the app that has really united the whole world together. And I've been feeling so special because Dan has really been sharing a lot of great things on stage. And I'm like, man, I got to get this guy on the Go for CEO channel. People have to learn from him on how he does things and what he's all about in his businesses. So, Dan Monahan, Inc., how are you, sir?
I'm doing amazing. John, the bomb. Building others means business. Did you guys hear? I hear John all the time on the Clubhouse adding value to others, inspiring entrepreneurs or business owners to take action and to gain the skills and the tools necessary so that they can become successful in their business. And real leadership is serving others. And as a CEO, that's how I feel, and especially with the different businesses that I have and building teams I'm building, I should say. Um, that it's all about the people. It's all about helping other people get what they want, so that we can all get what we want. But it's so servant, right? Service, servitude to others. It's a CEO in my image. So, John, back to you. And by the way, for everybody, we're doing a double purpose here. I'm also part of Coffee Motivation, Truth and Tech with Dan, and this is definitely going to be posted on my channel as well. So, John, back to you, please. I would love to roll through this.
I
CEO.
love it. I love it. Well, hey, look, one of the things that really intrigued me about you on the Clubhouse app is that every time that you have something to say, you're very energetic, right? And that's one of the things that as a CEO, founder, entrepreneur, you really have to put your mind in front of what you're trying to achieve. So tell us a little bit about kind of a little bit of the backstory. I know you have a phenomenal story, maybe not so much all of that, but a little snippet of it so that we can kind of get a taste of how it got to a point where you became an entrepreneur. So tell us a little bit of backstory, and then at the point that you decided, hey, I need to become an entrepreneur.
Yeah, that's a great question and phrased perfectly. Um, in truth, I've been an entrepreneur now for 27, going on 28 years. Started at the age of 7. Yeah, 7 years old. These I got it from my mama, John, for sure. My mom is definitely an entrepreneur. Started her first home business. It was called Victorian Perspectives. So we used to go to those Christmas craft trade shows. I'm sure you guys have like farmers markets, the same thing. And so everybody would get a table, go set up their booths. And so the business Victorian Perspectives, we sold paraffin oil lamp candles and beeswax candles, stuff like that. But I figured out very fast that if I could get more people to buy candles and buy more stuff, I would get more money to go buy candy and treats from all the other tables. You see, and so by year 2, here I am in a little dress shirt. Hey, have you seen our candles? No. So that would be my first experience with attraction marketing. Of course, I didn't know what that was called at 7 or 8, whatever it was, when I figured that out. But as I move forward, through life, which I've had an amazing life. Blessed is the right way to say it, because I've definitely for a while. I'm not going to touch on my story so much, but for those of you that don't know, you can do anything that you set your mind to. And you ask why I bring the energy, John. Bring the energy because I am so grateful that I'm still alive. And the only reason why I am is so that I can change a piece of this world and help people overcome anything that's holding them back, any addiction, any doubt in their mind that they have infinite potential, that you that's listening to this have infinite potential and can do anything. And so because I am still alive and here, I, I have the only thing I really say, the only reason why I can have to be, or why I'm here, is to help you and to help anybody that I can or serve others. So that's a snapshot of that. Um, I
I
hope that
love it.
anyway. So yeah. So and with that, I've had lots of experience in business, lots through. I know how tough life can be. I know what it's like to not have. I know what it's like to want something and think that it's so impossible to achieve, because the world tells us that we can't. If you listen to the news, if you listen to social media or your friend, because they got programmed like that, that's what they say. So when you go and say, hey, I want to go and do this thing, I got this idea, and your friend says, crazy, you can't do that. And then you lose faith. You lose momentum in your mission. That's why they say it's the 1%er that makes it, because it's very few people that have the belief and then the determination and the follow through to get where you want to be.
I love it. I love it, man. And you know what? You're setting the foundation for why you are spectacular, right? So help us understand, you've got this journey that from 7 years old, you started doing creative things to become an entrepreneur, right? So tell us right now, today, 2021, what are the couple businesses that you have? Because I know you have different businesses for different ways of helping people. So let's break that down, because I want to really share with the Go for CEO community. Look, a lot of times people say, hey, focus on the one thing. And that's a great, great thing to look at. But there's other times that people can really be creative. And when you find services within a family of things that can help someone, now you have something that actually, expands the mind and can bring more value to people. So go ahead and share with us what you've been able to put together and why you vetted out the businesses that you have.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Sorry. Yeah. Anytime you have any business, doesn't matter what your business is, there's other things in you around your business that complement it, that add value to what the services you provide, even if it's, you know what I mean? And so if you're not affiliated with those, you should be. To get free. So yeah, you asked about the different businesses, and I will touch on that because I have several. So now I want to go back and I do want to share a piece of my story so that people can understand how I got to where I am now, to help you understand that you can do anything. And it doesn't matter what you've been through. It matters what you have and what's here and what you want, which is what you have, because I believe and I know I will have. And therefore you can and you should believe and know you will have too, as long as you take the action, as long as you follow through. So when I was 19, I lost my grandma, who I got my entrepreneurship, I got it from my mama. But I got my mom. My grandma was my mom. Sorry. Anyway, we lost her to cancer, and I didn't know how to handle it then. And so I dealt with the pain by going through earthly pleasures and earthly, you know, the fancy car, the big chain, partying, stupid stuff, women. um, and then and my life kind of spiraled out of control. And then I was with this person who had meant something to me at the moment, and I was vulnerable, and she convinced me to get high on this substance called crack, and it changed my life for forever. uh, it took the pain away for a moment, but my mind convinced me that it was gone when I was in that state. And so over the course of a 14-year span, I nearly did 12 of them in jail, because every time I got high, it changed me. And it, like a revolving door. But then on November 20th, 2017, I was in a Stony Mountain Pen up here in Canada, and I was jumped and beat into a coma. When I came out of it, I asked God, why am I still here? Because I felt like such a peace, you know. But then I realized that I'm here, and I'm here for a reason. I'm here to tell you that you can. So when I got out of jail just over 2.5 years ago, I had every intention of using one of the many different skills that I've acquired in my life. I was a welder. That's one of the things I know how to do, CNC brake, all that stuff. And so I thought, well, I'm moving to Alberta. is where I was, because I needed to change locations. I didn't want to be around the same people anymore, because after all, you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with most. So I had to, just cut off my past. So I moved to Alberta and had the intention upon getting a job on the pipeline and going to work for as a welder, Great idea. Well, welder's helper, literally you can make 10 grand a month, working 3 weeks out of the month. That's good money in especially right now, that's good money. So it was a great vision. But then the thing is, in jail, they don't give you YouTube, So, and I was not putting the right stuff in my mind prior to the year before that. That last year, and my mind wasn't there on business stuff inside. I came out and I got Tony Robbins and Gary Vee and Grant Cardone, and I realized, oh, wait a second, I'm an entrepreneur. I said, I had a business in jail, So I think I have one here. Yeah. So my first business I started was called Custom Beads. I learned how to say I'm the best in the world at making beadwork. That's the Raptor symbol. That's a Louis Vuitton remake of V. I do custom beadwork. So I started this business and I thought, yeah, I'm going to go for this. I'm the best in the world at this. I can say if I'm not the best, I'm one of the best bead designers in the world. With that being said, that business that I worked 12 to 16 hours a day, 6 or 7 days a week on over a course of 4 months, I made maybe $4,000 on it. And I was trading my time for money, not solving a problem in the marketplace. Instead, giving some people pleasure for a brief moment for this custom thing, which is great. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't really helping or adding value to people. It wasn't really changing people's lives. It was just me trading time for a skill, a rudimentary skill. Okay, but I can do so much more than that. And so then I learned about how to leverage other people's systems and businesses. I learned about how you can get involved with other companies or corporations, and to be able to leverage their products and services and help people solve a problem that they have. So I've got several different businesses that are like that. One of them I'm with a company or corporation called ACN, or All Communications Network. And so I sell electricity, natural gas, telecommunications, internet, payment processing systems, identity theft protection, essential services everybody in the world uses. In fact, in 2020, we got busier. You know why? Because more people were at home using the internet and their cell phone to be able to talk to the world, because that was the only place to. In fact, that's really still the only place to do it for the most part. And so that's leveraging something else. Another thing too is I care about my health. I care about helping other people be healthy and our planet be healthy too. So I shop green. I'm part of a green company. I don't go to Walmart or wherever IGA or something, except to buy like fruits and vegetables. But all my chemicals and stuff that I clean my house with, all the vitamins that I take, things like that, the protein I get from a health and wellness shopping club, that's very much like that too. It's built by customers for customers. So I have a customer of Mel Luca as well, same thing. I leverage their system. We have 470 products that everybody, all of them, but like, you're gonna wash your hair this year? Are you gonna clean your toilet? Are you gonna? So I buy that from there, because then I don't buy it from Walmart. Nothing against Walmart. I buy groceries from there all the time. In fact, I just left Walmart right before this interview. So, but again, I use leverage other things, and so that's a little bit about what I do. The main thing that I do in my business that I work and I do invest time in is I build websites and funnels and help people. I help you get your message out to the people that need to hear from you, help you be able to sell your products, your services on a website, on a platform that is not only really good and easy to use, but also pays 80% commissions for using it. So to give relevance to that, I bought my WordPress website 2 years ago almost. I've been building it now for 2 years. I've spent just under $2,000 on that altogether, because to use WordPress, you got to buy plugins and different things, and then to thousands of hours learning it too, which is great. Now I know how to do a little HTML. But it takes time. Time's our most valuable resource. So now beyond just all the time I invested, now I pay a guy to do it. So I'm investing money still into building this WordPress site to maintain my blog, which is great because I appreciate the money I've spent because I've been able to help people find me and find a message from me, and that's awesome. But there's other ways to do that too, and it doesn't cost money. In fact, it pays me 80% commission to host as many different websites as I want, so that I can serve those that I'm meant to. So I hope that answered your question, John.
I love it, man. You went through, 4 or 5 different essential, like you said, really good services that really help people and are needed in the marketplace. So look, and thank you so much for being vulnerable and sharing. I know we're not usually a motivational channel, but you know what? When the time is right and the scenario is makes sense, sharing a story like that is very powerful to kind of lay the groundwork of where you came from and where you're going, brother. So thank you for sharing that. So, when you think about business, there's sales, there's operations, there's marketing, there's, scaling, there's acquisition, there's funding. What are some of the things that you're thinking about, when you think about the resources that you have, and instead of trading hours for dollars, like you said, starting to build scalable businesses? What's one of the 2 or 3 techniques that you use to really grow your business on the marketing or scalable side?
Yeah. So actually, it's that's a great question. In the sense that it really became relevant for me after Clubhouse, because all of a sudden, exactly like John said, I've been able to. If you guys aren't on Clubhouse, like you're missing out on the future of communicating with real people that really matter, and to like and to have access to people that really matter. To give a for instance on that, if it wasn't for JT Fox, I would not be having this conversation with you. If it wasn't for Grant Cardone, I would not be having this conversation with you. I guarantee that. Because they pivoted me at a point when I wasn't sure where I was going. But I got to talk to both of them this month. So, I mean, I don't know if you know those names or not, but go to Google. Tony Robbins, I haven't got a chance to speak to him yet, but I was on stage with him once. I didn't get the opportunity to unmute my mic at that time and be able to say something, but I will. We have to thank him for what he does, and even if that doesn't mean nothing, at least he knows and can hear that I care, that he's making a difference, and that's all that matters. Even me sharing that story, I don't know if what I shared is for everybody that normally tunes into this channel. I hope I didn't throw off the.
Oh, they're going to benefit
message
from it. They're going to benefit, man.
I know. I'm sure it is. For 99% of everybody, but there's always going to be somebody that will, always like, I can't believe he just said that. But everybody has their opinion, and I love you too. It's okay. I want to go back on this. The reason why I shared that story too, and the reason why I bring the energy. John, where were you on September 11th of 2020? Do you know where you were?
September 11th, 2020, probably in my house.
Probably, but no, for sure. You know where you were.
I mean, I don't know specifically that day, but I'm pretty sure I was in my house.
Pretty sure. Okay. What about on 2001 of September 11th? Do you know where you were that morning?
I was waking up, basically to the planes going into the towers. I had just woken up. My mom had woken me up, and I remember just getting up, running to the TV, putting it on the big screen, and just being in amazement of what was going on. So, and terror, obviously.
Yeah, especially, sorry. And I just remember, as I asked the question, I remember you're in New York, which is,
Chicago.
Yeah. So, but Chicago, oh, I thought you were in New York. So, sorry. I just, that figured, I thought, anyways, the reason why I asked that is because the emotional impact of that day everybody basically remembers where they were. I know where I was. I don't remember where I was the next year, but I remember on November 11th of 2001, I was at Strathcona Composite High School, just walked in my homeroom. I was 15 minutes late, and I was like, what? Are we watching a movie? I didn't, you know what I mean? And I remember that because of the emotional impact of it. And so if you heighten someone's emotional state, John, and bring the energy, you become memorable, and you help people to elevate their acuity, because all of a sudden they're more alert. Like, what's going on here? And your senses are more alert. You hear better, you smell better, you feel better. So that's why. To answer
I
your
love
question.
it. Well, Dan, I really appreciate, I know this was a little bit impromptu, and getting a chance to get to know you on Clubhouse and getting a chance to get to understand kind of your backstory, the things that you've overcome. You are going to be and are right now a true inspiration to people. I don't like doing motivation on my show because I don't think motivation lasts, but inspiration lasts a lifetime, because what you have to say and the way that you said it was very inspirational. So we like to end with three things, Dan, and we talk about the CEO formula, right? Client experience, employee engagement, and operational excellence. So why don't we go about 30 seconds on each one of them? Client experience. Why do people want to do business with Dan Monahan and the business and personal services that you have to offer? What is the client experience going to be like?
Okay, well, most definitely, because how I've built my businesses, all of them, is by myself. I only just recently learned how to, once again, leverage the system and the world to better and to help me really scale my businesses. So up until now, I have done everything myself. All my posting, all my engagement, all my chatting, all my follow-up, all my website development, everything, a lot of my graphics things. The point is I did it all myself. But what's my time worth? And so there's amazing things. You can get virtual assistants, anywhere between $350 an hour to one I pay $12.50 an hour. There's different levels of management in a virtual assistant, but you can leverage your time and let other people do those mundane, repetitive tasks. I also use automation. I use Zapier and a funnel system and autoresponders that go through a sequence of people that care or interested, or to remind them that they wanted to take action. So that would be how my client engagement experiences. Sorry, I just realized I jumped ahead to operations, but so my client engagement is personal, one-on-one. I'm here to help you, and I want to help you solve whatever the problem is, or inspire you to take the actions so that you can solve your problem, because you can. Everybody can. But a lot of people don't realize that they can. They don't believe that they can, or they're not held accountable so that they can. It's one of those three things. So the reason my client engagement is that I help bring the personal experience so that you know what you're getting, and I always over deliver so that you have an amazing experience, and then that leads you to help solve this whole problem, to build residual income by solving a problem. And then 20 years from now, when I'm still getting paid for helping somebody sign up for their internet bill or their cell phone bill, and even though it's just a little bit every month, it's a little bit every month for 20 years.
Yeah. It's nice to do something you get paid over and over and over and over again, right? That's the beauty of many different industries. Not many of them, but there are a few. And I know that utilities and financial services and, all those types of things are definitely ones that you have to pay that bill every single month. So awesome, Dan. You really kind of went through the gamut right there: client experience, employee engagement, and operational excellence. So I really appreciate that. What would you like to leave our Gopher CEO community with? By the way, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. I forgot to say it at the beginning, but look, this is what the powerful stories that we bring to the Gopher CEO community, with guys that are just good, solid people, entrepreneurs, CEOs, founders, and entrepreneurs. But Dan, if you could do me a favor, after you share your last kind of message to the Gopher CEO community, can you give me that, Dan, I'm out?
That totally wasn't it, but yeah, I will do my absolute best to honor that request. Sorry, that was funny. Without humor, everyone, there is only misery, and always express your emotions. Doesn't matter what they are, just be respectful. Uh, so if you want to find out what I do, my name is Dan Monahan. And that's my YouTube channel video, but I should pop my other background here. I'll give you that proper spelling even while we're talking. Here's my logo. And my name is Dan Monahan, just like that. danmonahan.ca or danmonahan.com are both my websites. And I have information about what I do there and how you can, book a time to jump on a call with me directly or a webinar, right? Just like this, a Zoom, and walk you through and explain any one of the different things that might have interest for you. I hope that answered the question. And John, this is Dan. I'm done talking.
Awesome.